Hey internet people, it's been a little while. The Props YouTube channel it's gone to shit, not gonna lie. I haven't uploaded properly in how long? I'm gonna be honest, I just haven't been as interested in making YouTube videos. The entire commentary genre is just dead. I hate it so much. I've just been a lot more interested in making music, instead of actually making YouTube videos. But then one day, while I was just sitting around refreshing my subscriber count, thanks for 400 subs by the way, that's pretty epic, I received a call from Jacob Stone. Hello?
I'm not.
You want to make a song together for a video?
Last Friday.
You want to try and make it in an hour?
Joe Nuts.
Well, I like that idea. So, that's what we have done. Right, so, today, I'm joined by Jacob Stone. Say hello, Jacob.
Guten Tag.
Yeah. So today we are doing a challenge. Can we make a song in 60 minutes? I don't know. I doubt it, to be honest, because, I mean, I'm not the best musician. Yeah, okay, we get it. Since I'm more experienced with beat making, I will make the beat, and since Jacob's more experienced with rapping, Jacob's gonna rap over the track. We're gonna make lo-fi, obviously, because that's my hometown. So, yeah, Jake, are you ready?
Yes. About as ready as I can ever be.
Okay. By the way, we also have done this same challenge on Jacob's channel, so go give it a watch after you finish this. The kid needs views. In 3, 2, 1, we go from now. And with that, the timer started. But actually not yet, because today I have a sponsor. That's right, the very first ever Props YouTube sponsor. I can't believe it. It's me, okay. I've released a new song. It might be out on Spotify by now. Please go listen to it. I'm gonna go for about a 90 BPM, maybe 95. I want to mix a little bit of a hip hop kind of shit here. Want to do some like piano shit. We'll see what we can make. So to start, I wanted to get a nice feel for the piano rhythm. Lo-fi songs usually use pianos, acoustic guitars, or jazzy samples. But I usually just go for piano because I'm shit to the guitar. But before that, Jacob needed some ideas for the lyrics. So Jake, I'm feeling for the song. Lo-fi is quite down, you know, it's quite down tempo. Got quite sad lyrics on there. Let's go emotional. You've been having some heartbreak recently?
Oh, yes, definitely.
That's what we like to hear. Now that we've sorted that, let's start the piano. Immediately, what I like to do is I like to make like a fast kind of piano rhythm and maybe either half the speed of it, or maybe we'll export the piano sample on its own and then pitch it down later.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what those words mean.
So yeah, I should probably clarify. I'm not a musical genius. I would never claim to be. I'm sure if there are any professional producers watching this video, you'll be wincing throughout this video. The methods I use are certainly my own. I'm thinking maybe we do the blues scale maybe. I like to use the blues scale a lot because, I don't know, it just kind of has like this nice, dare I say, vibe.
What?
Did
you just say vibe?
I did, bro.
Did you just say vibe?
I did. And that's what we made. With that, I got started on the drum loop, so Jacob would have an idea of what flow to use on the song, which was successful. One little tip I learned as well, this little swing thing in the top corner is really good for lo-fi songs or anything like that, because it basically makes this, the actual drums purposely a little bit offbeat, which kind of works with the old style of music back in the days, because obviously everything wasn't perfect back then. As we have it now, obviously everything now is timed perfectly. Back in the day they didn't have that kind of technology. Swing kind of purposely makes it miss the beats slightly, so it sounds kind of like unique. I did that on my last song if you haven't heard it. I really like this drum sample. I don't know what it is about it, but I kind of like it. The sample literally has, in brackets, dope.
I'm liking that.
You liking that? He was liking that. For lo-fi songs, for the snare, what I'll usually do is change the root note so it'll play on a lower note. I kind of like the feel. It gives more of a rough kind of feel, because obviously FL Studio is then purposely stretching out the sample to make it sound the note that is the root note. Vibe. How are thou lyrics coming along so far, Jacob?
I got some ideas.
Got some ideas, yeah?
I've got some ideas. Yeah.
Bruh.
I've gone for a fairly low amount of syllables per.
That's a good plan. That's a good plan. I think this can just be the general beat. I may change it very, very slightly, but I'm not going to change it much from this, so I'll export this and send it over to thou, Jacob.
Lovely.
Once Jacob had the drum loop, I got started on messing around with the piano. I changed some of the chords around, changed the melody slightly, and after about a minute, once I had enjoyed what it sounded like, I exported the whole piano sample and put it back into FL Studio. After doing that, I lowered the pitch down 400 cents, or 4 notes basically. Usually, what I'll do when I export things is make really cool kind of chops with it because it really fits the lo-fi hip-hop kind of style, but I soon realized I just didn't have enough time. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a piano instrumental. I've done something that I haven't done in a while, and that's exported out and pitched it down. I'm going to take that into account when I now do the bass line because it's going to have to be epic. Or, in other words, I'm going to lay out the bass as if I had never pitched the piano down, and once I've done that, I just lower it by 4 notes, so it's in the same key. C, D sharp, A sharp, F. Now I just got to play those exact same notes and then bring them down 4 notes.
I like that.
Oh, okay, this may go somewhere. Once I'd done that, we had our initial instrumental. You rap into that drum beat, yeah, Jake?
I'm thinking of something. I'm getting something.
Nice. Okay, so another very big part of lo-fi, I feel, is compression in a lot of ways. Drums especially, like, I always like, I mean, again, I'm not an expert, but, you know, I always like to put all of the drums into one big track, or root all to one big track, and then compress the shit out of it. I do think it works quite nice. Again, I did that on my latest song, if you could listen. I don't know what other producers would think about that idea, but I think that works for me. So I added a bunch of compression till that track turned to f***ing diamond. Now again, this feels like a little bit of a controversial decision, but I'm maybe going to sidechain the whole drum loop. So sidechaining basically is, let's say for a kick, for example, whenever the kick plays and it sidechains to the bass, you can have the bass drop down in volume every single time the kick plays, so the kick has more space in the song and you can hear it better. But I'm gonna try something controversial. I can't remember if I did this on my last song or not. I'm gonna sidechain the whole drum beat, which may be a bit weird, but I'm gonna try it. It may be terrible. If it is, then I'll drop it. So I did, as I said, and sidechained the drum loop. By lowering the threshold on Fruity Limiter, I made it so that only the kick and the snare actually affected the bass. Because if the hi-hats were involved, well, I doubt we hear any bass at all. I started throwing in some other elements because I didn't just like it with the piano alone. What I did was actually add another piano kind of sample. This one is slightly different, more of a synthy kind of piano. I feel like a lot of this goes without saying as well, but a lot of times in lo-fi, a lot of the high frequencies are cut out. So a piano, you'll usually see some like producers just completely wipe out all of the high frequencies, which I've done sometimes, but a lot of the time I guess it's recommended to have like quite a slope on the EQ, so you only EQ just some of the high out. But again, that's very much, I guess, up to personal preference. And with that, we had 30 minutes left to complete it, which was a great time for Jacob to say,
there we go, lyrics are done.
Lyrics are done. Maybe now, actually, record the lyrics, send the file over to me, and then I'll stick them in the song.
Right, if that's the case then, I'm gonna leave the call because, you know, it'll...
Okay.
2 seconds.
PP. So while Jacob left to record his vocals, I continued messing with the instrumental. However, admittedly, it wasn't turning out how I originally perceived. This is kind of not coming out to be quite lo-fi as I thought it was going to be. Generally, in a lot of ways, I do end up making these kind of songs a lot. Like, I do struggle with genuinely just saying, this is the type of song I'm going to make, and that's going to happen. A lot of the time what I'll do is I'll just jump on, see what happens, and something will come from it. Whether it's good or bad, I mean, that varies. A lot of the time, it's really bad. This is what I was kind of worried about with this challenge. I think if I fuck it up, it'll be shit. If you want to go have a look at Jacob's channel, you can see a prime example of that. Because Jacob wanted to do a lot more, like, very specific types of music, I was trying to do that, and I ended up just, like, making it really, really bad. I didn't mean to, and I do apologize, Jake. I'm not skilled enough yet, you know, I've only been doing this for 2.5 years, so... Generally, like, if people have tips for me, please don't be scared to put it in the comments, because I'm not gonna be like pissed off. I would appreciate it, to be honest. However, I pressed on, and since I felt it was best to just add elements that I thought suited the song instead of trying to adapt it in any kind of way, I thought I'd add in a bit of a dreamy synth to the background. Around this time, Jacob made his return. Hello.
Right, hopefully that is exported. It has. Banging. Right, your files are too powerful. The max file size is what? It's like 1.5 minutes long.
Do you do it in WAV?
So
while he sorted out his lyrics, I tinkered around with the synth a bit more. One technique I've used recently is routing the synth to another track, and then on that track, having it play at half speed. And throughout the song, I would add an automation track, and then automate the regular synth away from the master track. So that would just leave the half speed synth playing. Slowly then, I would have the regular synth come back in at one point when I felt it suited it. Hopefully that makes sense, and I'm not just speaking gobbledygook. Okay, let's have a listen to Jacob's vocals now, shall we?
oh god.
So now that I had all the song elements I wanted, I started to integrate Jake's lyrics into the track.
Yeah, I got real life problems.
Oh god, I really can't stand the sound of my own voice without backing vocals.
It's also kind of quiet.
Yeah, I had to lower the recording volume in Audacity, otherwise it would have been like the quality would be like 2.
So that was a f***ing ball ache. It took me a long time to figure out how the fuck Jacob flowed this. In hindsight, I should have sent the whole track to Jake rather than just the drum loop, because it was clear that Jake had a bit of trouble.
I got real things, they're tangible, they're palpable, but they make me, so I'm thankful.
However, even once I'd found the flow, it was still pretty difficult.
Demotivated, less conversation, more aggravation. I need to take myself to a calming station.
Okay. Did you do this without the beat then, did you?
No, I did it with the beat.
Okay, some places the rap is off beat, but with very little time left to fix it, I had to just leave it, which is so irritating to me. Chuck this on like that, and that's just gonna have to do, I think. With only 20 seconds left, there was only one thing left to do. Let me just quickly record some ablids, yeah? Yeah, babe, come on, yeah, bruh. Oh, go off! And that was it. Time was up. Okay, but, I mean, alright, after an hour.
That was something.
That's something. It's safe to say, I wasn't happy with it. Listening back, there are about 1 million things I would change and add in, but with 60 minutes, I just didn't have the time. For example, so much of Jacob's vocals were completely offbeat, and it's so irritating to listen to. Either way, I guess we'll give it a listen. Okay, so let's play final beat that we got.
I got real life problems, and I don't know how to solve them. I got real things, they're tangible, they're palpable, but they make me, so I'm thankful. I get wild thoughts when I zone out, my mind pries that case out, that lock one for good reason, cause it opens my mind to treason against my life. When it opens, then strife comes. I get demotivated, less conversation, more aggravation. I need to take myself to a calming station, a calmer place to slow down, to process these thoughts now. Man, this is my therapy. When I get these feelings, my therapy's breathing, my therapy's leaving. I get so seething, everybody angers, and I really need to take a break. Slam the brakes and get out the car before I take things too far. Before I take things too far. Before I take things too far. Before I take things too far.
And that's it.
Sexy.
So, because this is annoying me so much, I'll release a much better, more cleaned up version on my second channel. But what you've heard today is what we managed to make in an hour. Give us some slack, okay? Come on, we had an hour. We ain't professionals, and we'll never ever claim to be. Oh yeah, also go subscribe to my second channel. Anyway, so if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading more, I swear, I promise. I'll try. I can't, I'm not making any promises. Like the video as well if you enjoyed. Remember to go check out Jacob's channel as well. He's making some great content over there. Sorry, I can't say that without laughing. But yeah, go subscribe to him anyway. We're gonna try and get him to 100 subs before the end of the year, which will be a difficult challenge, but we can try it. Hit the like button.
Yeah.
Yeah, peace out, and buy my song. Buy my song.